Namaskar and a big good evening to everyone and a warm welcome to all our viewers. आप सबका स्वागत है हमारे शो पे जिसका नाम है डॉक्टर सुहानी के मेंडोंसा के संग आर्ट्स और कल्चर का संगम जी आज हमारे साथ एक बहुत ही बढ़िया से गेस्ट है एंड ही इज रियली interesting as well as he's amazing. Okay, it's like jadoo. Jadoo. Yes, that's right. पर उनका नाम कुछ और है और ये कुछ और जानने के लिए आप प्लीज हमारे साथ बने रहिए ऑन डॉक्टर सुहानी मेंडोंसा के संग आर्ट्स और कल्चर का संगम. So without much ado, let's welcome our guest for this evening, young and most talented, the honest magician, Ritvik Upadhyay. A big round of applause for you, and I'm sure everyone is applauding you, Ritvik.
Thank you so much. I hope you all are doing lovely. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Suhani, for having me as a guest and a part of your show. Really appreciate it.
Anytime. So I'd like to introduce Ritvik to all you lovely people. I'm sure all you must be wondering, why did I say the honest magician? Well, that you'll get to know in our conversation that we're going to have. But Ritvik is a Mumbai-based magician who specializes in sleight of hand art and mental-ism, through which he has been traveling around the world. He's become a globe-trotter and he's entertaining people around the globe. Armed and humorous, he earns his laughs and wows his audience with his fresh and interactive style of magic and mind-boggling mental miracles, which places him amongst the highest caliber of entertainers. Ritvik has performed in front of various celebrities and he has performed in various countries. So, without much ado, let's start our wonderful conversation with Ritvik Upadhyay, the honest magician. So, Ritvik, tell us a little about yourself. How? I mean, magician, yeah. We've always heard the name magician many a times, but I've never heard honest magician. So, do let us know why you've got the name tag of honest magician.
Well, I think that is the biggest irony of life, if I have to say. It's like having an oxymoron in your name. But the honest magician, well, so in my act, when I perform up close and personal for people, I do a lot of pickpocketing as well, side by side. So I go up to groups of people. I perform magic for them. Pickpocket, yeah. See, that's why I'm the honest magician. I tell what I'm gonna do. Okay, so like, I approach people. Go to people. I tell that, you know what, pick a card. They say they pick any card. They go for one card, and I'm performing magic for them. They're like super excited. Yes, magic is gonna happen. And then during the show, their watch is gone, their wallet is gone, their phone is gone, and everyone else knows, but apart from the person who has picked the card. So they think that he's gonna find my card, but at the end of the show, I return their watch and the phone back. So one time I was performing and someone said that, you know what, he's the honest magician. And I was like, wow, that's actually a pretty catchy name. So I started using it a lot. And then back when I was on the ship, I was performing on the cruise lines. So the name just stuck, and I was known as the honest magician on the ship. So that is how the honest magician came to be.
So just for the viewers to know, I need to tell all of you all that I met Ritvik about 2 years ago, where he had come to perform for one of the events where I was on the part of the committee, and that was the Sobo Festival, and it was held at the World Trade Center, which is an iconic venue in Mumbai city. And Ritvik had done such amazing tricks for us, and we were all awestruck, that how can he do that? And he looks so young and tiny, and he was just all of 22 then. So that's how I know Ritvik. Oh well, so a little more about you, Ritvik. Tell us, how did it all start with you? Just playing around with, like, how children love to watch magical shows, and just watching those shows it all started, or how did it start? Tell us more about it.
So I think it started when I was in sixth standard or seventh standard, somewhere along those timeline, maybe
Yeah,
12 or
yeah,
13. And there
right,
used to be a TV show called Tricky TV on Nickelodeon.
right,
So if you just
right,
Google Tricky TV, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So in
right.
that show, basically the magician was a presenter, and he used to perform magic, and he used to also teach a little bit of magic to the kids.
Okay,
So
okay.
I was fascinated by that show. So I saw that show and I learned a very simple, very basic magic. And
Right,
that time my nani used to live with me. So I
right.
used to pester her all the time, 24/7. Nani, I've got something new aapke liye. Nani, ye dekho. Nani, my nani is sleeping. I'm like, Nani, utho, utho, utho. I want to try something new. So
Yeah,
that is how I would say the journey began. And then during that same timeline, I'm pretty sure you must have heard of David Blaine. So if you haven't, I would suggest please Google him and
good.
please watch his video. He's like mind blowing. So
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
David Blaine's TV special on AXN during that time, where he used to just go on the streets and perform for random
Yes,
people up close and
yes,
personal.
yes. Yeah.
And when I saw that, I was like, this is the coolest person I've seen till date. So that
True,
that is
true.
how I picked up magic, I would say, and it kind of stuck. And the main reason I continued with magic was, as a
Right.
child, I was a huge introvert. So that was like one of my tools of just interacting with people and being the cool kid in the school. Because
Oh, how
when you're
sweet. Yeah.
yeah, because
Okay.
when you're young, anything that gets your attention, you want to
Attention.
hold on to that, and
Yes, yes.
that is how the entire journey started, I would say.
Okay, so that's very, very interesting, Ritik, and very sweet also at the same time. But tell me, did you have any particular mentor, or did you take any kind of training, or did you learn from somebody who you follow?
So I did, in fact, I moved to Mumbai back in 2015 of May.
Okay, okay. Before
So
Mumbai, where you used to stay?
so my dad was in the armed forces in the
Okay,
so I
okay.
had a very nomadic upbringing where we used to just
Right.
after every 2 years it's a new city, it's a new culture.
Yes,
So
yes.
before Mumbai, we were in Delhi, and in
Right.
Delhi also I had a mentor whose name was Dr. Sangeeta Kapoor. She was also a female magician in Delhi,
Okay.
where
Right.
I was there with her for almost 6 months,
Right.
and who in fact happened to give me my first stage show when I just gave my 12th board exams. After that, I did my first stage show.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
uh, it was nerve wracking. After that, I moved to Mumbai in 2015 of May, where I happened to meet my mentor, Dr. Kruti Parekh.
Okay.
So she, in fact, has been a guest at your show
Yes.
as well.
Tsubi's found it. Yes, absolutely.
So my dad found her on the internet, and that's how
Yeah.
we came to know of Dr. Kruti Parekh, and we
Right, right,
happened to met once, and then after that, I kind of became her student, and I started assisting her at her shows, and
right,
that's how the journey began, and we're still together.
right. That's amazing. Dr. Kruti is somebody who's a legend herself in this field. The kind of tricks that she does, it's completely mind boggling. Uh, so tell me, Ritvik, I really need to know from you. You know, as soon as you talk of the word, say the word magician, you always think about magical words. So a lot of magicians say abracadabra. So what is your magical word that you say, or do you have, or you don't
Okay.
have?
Well, that's a tough one. I would say, like, my magic word is, "Sir, do you have your wallet on you?"
What?
Perfect.
That's a nice one. Do you have your wallet? And then suddenly they're like, oops, my wallet is gone.
Nope.
Gayab ho gaya.
No more.
Have you had that experience where you've played this trick on somebody and they've got very angry with you? God, मेरा wallet कहाँ गया? They've really got annoyed with you. ऐसा हुआ है कभी?
Uh, One time it has happened where, I mean, I wouldn't say angry. It was more of like an impulsive reaction. I was like, "What the hell?" And the guy is just this happened when I was on the ship, and
Okay.
it was I think a middle-aged man, around 55, 56 year old, with his
Right,
entire
right,
family, and
right.
I took his watch off, and
Yeah.
the entire family knew that okay, his watch is gone apart from him. And when I showed him the watch in my own hand, he's like, "Wait, that's
Right.
my watch," and he got like, oh. So yeah, he came this close to punching me on the face, but
But when he must have seen his own watch, he must have got a sigh of relief that no hair, theek hai, hair safe hai.
it's still there. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, the honest magician ने गायब तो कर दिया, but it's come back safe and sound. So
Wrong
that's
hand.
something which I think people are most worried about. Well, another thing, which I always wanted to know from you is that uh, you've made magic your profession,
Hmm.
right? And if I'm not mistaken, it's not only magic for you, because I have actually seen you read people's minds. Because the trick that you had done when you had come to the World Trade Centers, you had made us open a book and you had made us read a few a page, and then you'd asked us to choose a word, and you
Hmm.
had guessed that word, which was I don't know how you did it. Okay, so that's close to as good as mind reading, right? Yeah. So I just want to ask you, making magic and mentalism your profession, okay, and please tell us more about what all you do in mentalism too, and how it's been for you so far.
So in general, I would say magic and mentalism. When people hear, people kind of think, what is these two, technical terms? Magic, to hum sabko
Correct.
pata hai, taking a
Right.
bunny out of
Yeah.
hat or something like that.
Hats and all.
But
Yeah,
what
yeah,
exactly is mentalism? So if I have to put it in simple terms, I would say mentalism is basically magic of mind, where
yeah.
I'm giving the illusion that I'm actually reading your mind. So uh, in magic, it involves sleight of hand. In mentalism,
Yeah.
it involves sleight of mind.
The mind,
So
yeah.
the idea is, yeah, they are both part of the same branch, that is magic. But the only difference is the way it is perceived. That is sleight of
True.
hand, sleight of mind, to put it in
Right,
simple
right,
terms.
right. And you making it your profession, how has it been for you? Are you
So
very happy
for
with the decision?
Oh, for me, it has been, if I have to put it, I can keep on going about it for like 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, but I'll try to be as crisp as possible. So I started magic professionally straight out of college. So in third year of
Right,
college, that was my final year. I
right.
participated in a Bombay Times event, which is called the Fresh Face, which is for all the college
Yes,
students.
yes.
And I was declared as the Bombay finalist and Mr. Talented when I participated in that
Oh,
show.
wow. Okay,
And
okay.
so that was, I would say, one of the turning point where I actually thought maybe, what, I can at least try it.
Yeah.
So I remember Yami Gautam was one of the judges in that show. And after that, after the uh, show happened, I was asked that, why are you planning to do it professionally?
Mm.
So I said, I have no idea right now. So because in third year of college, there are so many things going on in your mind. You're like, I want to
yes,
get placed, I want to get a job. So that was kind of a question which uh, kind of gave me a motivation, because she said that, you can actually try it, give it a shot. You're pretty good at what you do. So that kind of gave me the motivation. But after that, I started working at a marketing company. I worked there for like 3 months, and
okay,
then yeah. So after that, I decided, you know what, I've got age on my side, and luckily my parents were also supporting me. Like
yeah,
that, I would say, is a huge factor. Once you've got the support of your parents, you have nothing to lose basically, because
yeah,
not everyone is as lucky as me to have the support of their parents, but I'm the lucky one. So
yeah,
I just took the leap of faith, and I think in late 2018, I would say I started all this professionally. So initially,
okay,
obviously, when you start, you don't get anything. The first three
right,
months was like pura dry, but eventually it
mhm,
started. It started picking up from small shows, private parties, birthday parties.
right,
Eventually, I would say Magic till now has been the best decision I would have made, because in last 6 months, I was just looking through my Google Analytics recently, and it said that in last 6 months I traveled around 1,70,000 kilometers around the world.
whoa,
That
whoa,
yeah, and in around 10 countries in total, and this is all
right,
due to Magic. So I
right, and
wouldn't
you
have
love
even
traveling,
imagined.
and
That
you
is
love to travel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound pretentious. Everyone loves traveling, but if given an option to do one thing my entire life, I would say I just want to be here. I want to be there, just roaming around like a nomad. So, so luckily for me, magic has provided me that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great. And it's not only roaming around like a nomad, roaming around like a nomad and playing magical tricks on people, whoever you meet.
That's even better. Yeah,
Yeah,
it helps a lot. It helps a lot in interacting with people. I've like met people who didn't even speak the same tongue as me.
yeah,
I remember when I was in the West Indies, a lot of some people spoke English, uh, some people spoke Spanish, and we didn't even speak the
right,
same tongue. But
right.
it was the magic that kind of built the bond between us, and we didn't need to speak the same tongue. We just became friends
Yeah.
automatically just by the art form of magic, I would say.
Wow,
So
wow, that's superb. So tell me something, Ritvik. You are a solopreneur, and you were also a part of a networking platform, BNI. So how was
yeah.
that experience?
I would give credit to BNI for everything that happened in the last 2 years, because I
Okay,
remember, as I told you, when I started, I,
yeah,
I mean, I think once in a month I was getting one odd birthday party of a kid, 5-year-old kid, and that was it.
right,
But the moment I entered BNI, I more than business, I would say it was more of a learning experience, because being 22-year-old and having
right.
never experienced what how actual professions in different industries work and operate and
Mhm.
conduct their operations, that
True.
was a huge insight, because I was basically rubbing shoulders with people who had more experience in their industry and business more than my age. So that the moment you hang around with these people, it automatically, it's just that you automatically start picking things up. There's so much to learn. How
Yeah,
to talk with people on phone, that I didn't know when I came out of college. So all these minute, small things. So I would,
right,
more than business aspect, I would say these small little things have
right.
been the biggest learning I've picked up from BNI.
Okay, that's wonderful. BNI, I think, is an institution by itself, and you were a part of a fantastic chapter too, right? You were a part
Indeed,
of
indeed.
Alpha, right? Yeah,
BNI Alpha indeed. One
yeah,
of
yeah.
I
So
think
that
it's
is
one of the biggest, third or fourth biggest
largest
chapter in
chapters.
Mumbai.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
So it's yeah, because even I'm also a member of BNI, so I can absolutely second you in all what you have said. And because it's not only a platform which is just about networking, but there is also training which happens, workshops which happens where you get to learn so much. So
exactly.
yes, yeah, that's wonderful. So BNI was something which really helped you out, and you get to get to meet so many people. In any platform you go for, networking platform you go, you get to meet so much. Uh, then the more people you meet, the more you connect, the more you network. The more chances of getting business. It's always that way.
Exactly.
So
And
that's
plus, you get to
great.
learn about different industries as well. I would
Yes,
have never
absolutely.
known
Yeah,
what
that there are
a diamond
so
sellers
many.
go through. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So there's so much to learn there. So that is
yeah.
amazing as well.
Because you're so lost in your own world, that it never even bothers you to know or find out what is happening around. Here you're thrown into a space where there are like more than 100 businessmen in one chapter, and then you realize, oh my god, so many different industries, difficult to remember. So that's great. So tell us your experiences, that you whilst you were performing your magical tricks, right? So you have done private parties, you have done stage shows, you've been on the cruise liner, and what is it that and you've also done on a personal level too, one-to-one level at parties, at weddings you've done, one-to-one. So what is it that it really uh, is something which is very close to your heart, which you enjoy doing, and what is the most memorable experience?
I would say the most memorable would be the last 6 months on the ship,
Okay.
because the main reason being this was actually my first time out of India, and
Okay.
being away from family for the first time for so long. So,
Yeah.
and when you go on ship, there are people from 80 different nationalities. So there are people from different cultures, different parts of life. So and they react very differently to magic itself. Like, this is
Right.
a
Right.
live example. This is true experience. When you
Right.
perform magic for a white American, he will clap like, bravo, bravo, very good, very good, very good. If you perform magic for an African American or a Latin family, they'll go like, "Woo!" They'll jump on the table, they'll run away. If you perform for an Indian person, especially if it's a Gujarati or a Marwari family,
Yeah.
then they'll be like, "Hmm, अच्छा अच्छा करा आपने, अच्छा करा, पढ़ाई में क्या करा आपने?"
Okay.
So, no offense to any of our
No, no,
viewers
no,
here.
no.
It's just in light humor, guys.
No, you're just telling us your experiences, so I'm sure nobody's going to take any offense at all.
But it's that is
Yeah.
one of the things which I really loved, and I would say memorable, because at the end of the
Yeah.
day we're all human beings, but we react so differently to each other. Even
Absolutely.
though we're the core of us is same, but we're so different as well in the way we
Yeah.
react and in the way we are. So that is super fun
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. So okay, so that's great. That's something really really amazing, Ritvik. Tell me something. Uh, I mean, now that you have performed for so many different kinds of nationalities, so many different kinds of people, so many different kinds of shows you have done. Okay, does it ever come into your mind that okay, I know I've made this my profession, but I should also have a plan B in mind? And the reason why I'm asking you this question is because of the situation today the entire world is facing. That's the pandemic, right? That has completely turned the whole world topsy turvy. Rather, the whole world came to a standstill. Yeah. So, have you ever thought of a plan B? Okay, may abhi kuch aur bhi karna chahiye.
My parents would love this question, first of all. So, I mean, Plan B, obviously, being, I think it's a gift that all of us Indians have. We are
Yeah.
very, or risk-taking
Cautious,
abilities, and
cautious
or
people. Yeah,
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 we thoroughly do the risk study, and I think we're best at it when it comes to risk analysis. So,
right.
I mean, I don't know if it's a plan B, but I'm still continuing my education. I mean, I would say anyone who's watching this, please
Mm.
don't leave your education. Keep on doing it side by side. It's gonna help you out either way in the end. You
Right,
never
right.
know. So I did my graduation from Mitiba. I did my BCom there. I'm
Right.
continuing my MCom as well. I'm doing my post graduation from Mitiba again. And
Right.
let's see if how things are. Maybe I'll do an MBA as well, depending on
Oh,
how things
lovely.
are around the globe. But yeah, I'm pretty much still continuing my education as of now. But
Right.
that doesn't stop me from not performing magic. It is something that
Yes. Yes.
you have to go. But again, when I say education, please study what you actually like and not, just because just for the sake of the degree. So if you think
Right.
that in future it may help you, please study that.
That's great. That's wonderful thinking. I think plan B is something which is extremely important. Whatever you do in life, plan B is supposed to be there, ready. In your head, in your mind, and in actually in paper, it should be ready so that you know what you're going to do next. So that brings me to ask you. Ritvik, you must have done almost more than 100 shows from our conversation. I got to know from you, and you've performed for so many celebrities. So, give us one experience of performing with a celeb, or the first time that you performed with a celeb. How was it? All excitement, enthusiasm. What was it?
I
And
won't
were they
say so
were they
many
were they really
celebrities,
were they
but
really like awed by your magic? Tell us that.
yeah, I mean, I won't say so many celebrities, but a little bit few of them. So one, the best experience I would say was with Sir Sukhwinder Singh. We all know him. We all have heard his songs. So I was lucky enough to be part
Amazing
of.
singer, amazing singer.
I was lucky enough to be part of another talk show which is called the MJ Show,
Okay.
and it is an initiative by a musician named Mihir Joshi and his band, where
Mhm.
they interview a lot of musicians from around the industry. So I was part of that show, and Sukhwinder Singh was the main guest, and I was invited in that show to perform magic for him. And
Okay.
I think I had only like 5 to 6 minutes of screen time on there, but I performed Magic for Sukhwinder sir, and he was like, he like literally said that bye tu nahi jayega, tu ruk abhi. So after the talk show ended, I performed some more magic for him, and it fried him even more. And then after that, he was so excited that we actually ended up exchanging contacts. We're still on touch
Oh,
on
okay.
WhatsApp.
Right.
We like quite often we end up chatting with each other on WhatsApp.
Right.
And
Right.
our last Diwali, in fact, 2019, he invited me to his house for his
Right.
private Diwali party. He said, "You know what? You're coming. Come
Right.
over for dinner." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
I mean, because I've in our mind, he's a legend. Like, and also, he's a legend. And
Right.
he's just calling you, come over. What are you doing, Ratko? Come over for dinner. Dinner. It's not even like come over to perform. Come over for dinner. Have dinner with us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting him to be so humble, and he's like this. They're mostly from my experience, what I've had till
Yeah.
now. It has been very positive, and they're the most
Yes.
humble people I've met till date right
Oh, that's really nice. How sweet of him. And that's a wonderful experience, memorable one too.
now.
So,
Indeed.
Ritvik, are you going to do something for our audiences who are present with us today? Are you going to?
Definitely, definitely. In fact, I
Yes.
was waiting for
Okay,
you to
that's
ask me that.
great. Okay.
So we're gonna try a couple of things. I'm gonna start off with an observation test. So anyone at home, you all can be part of this, and
Yeah.
Suhani, you'll be the voice and the ears for all the audience right here.
Okay.
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 So I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you why, in a moment, I call myself an honest magician. I'm gonna teach you something. Okay.
Okay. You're going to
So
teach
this
us something. Wow.
is. I may be lying. No, I'm. So this is what's gonna happen. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys, everyone at home, you all can be part of this as well. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you all 10 seconds. Okay, in 10 seconds, I want you all to observe as much as possible.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
your
Okay.
time
And
starts
your
now.
time
Okay,
starts now.
now. Okay, I want you all to observe the back of the playing cards
Yeah.
and the front of the playing cards.
Okay.
The back
Yeah.
and the front,
Yeah.
and the time is up. Question number one: how many cards do you saw, Suhani?
5.
Five, perfect. You guys are doing great. For the audience at home, you all can spam the comment sections down there with your
Yes,
answers.
please do.
Five
Please
cards.
do.
Five is the perfect answer. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask another question. This time it's gonna get a wee bit difficult. Okay.
Right.
What is the what is the bottom card? What do you think, Suhani, is the bottom card? What is on the face of the bottom card?
It's blank.
It's actually the ace. It's okay. Maybe the lighting was wrong. Maybe that's why you missed it. It happens. It happens. It happened with me as well. It's okay. It's okay. We'll try this once, but I'm gonna ask an easier question this time. An easier question. What was the color of the cards? What was the color of the back of the cards?
Blue.
Again, it's actually all red right here. In fact, in
This is
fact, if
not
you
done.
missed this, I'm pretty sure you missed the royal flush as well.
Look at that. Brilliant. Super. Wow. Fantastic. Fantastic. Super.
That's
Awesome.
why
Awesome.
that's why we don't
Yeah.
play poker. But
That was super. That was something which was awesome, Ritvik, that you did. And now, since we are running out of time, others we would have got to do a lot more, and I'm sure. But this doesn't
definitely.
end here. We're going to invite you all over again, probably 3 months down the line, and I hope you will say that yes, Suhani, I'm available and I'll come, and you won't say that no, I don't have any time.
I'm always available, Sean, especially for being a part of your show. I'm always available. You
How
can call me anytime.
How sweet. So looking forward for that, but would like to thank our digital growth partner, brandyouhere.com. People, please go and look them up. They're available on social media, on Instagram, brandyouhere.com. That's our digital growth partner. And we have got Soul Secrets, who have very sweetly partnered us, and they're giving out green tea, uh, different types of green tea, which they really take a lot of care in, right from the time the farming of it is done. They take care of it from that particular the procedure, every aspect of it, and. I have to thank Mr. Thomas Duncan to be a part of the show, and very sweetly giving us gift hampers from Source Secrets. So, if everybody is ready, I'm going to ask you all a question. Let's see who has watched the show carefully. Um, if you get this question right, we will definitely send you out this tea from Source Secrets. And the question is, what is Ritvik's nickname as a magician? What is he called? Let's see how many people answer. Are there many people answering? I cannot see anyone answering. Okay, we've got a few people answering. Okay, we are about to ring the bell, and the bell's ringing.
It's definitely not the most handsome and the incredible magician, guys. So if you guys are typing that in the comment section, please refrain from that.
Okay. Oh, we've got some answers. Okay, but nobody is getting the answer correct. Come on, people. Has anybody got the answer right? It was a simple one. Okay. Yeah. Has anybody typed the answer? What is Ritvik Upadhyay's nickname as a magician? Okay, we shall give you some more time for it. Even after the show, you can please message me, and you can follow me my on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, as well as Facebook, of course. And you can follow me as you can go to my Facebook page, Suhani Mendonsa. My username is Dr. Suhani Mendonsa, as you can see, it's right out there. Please do follow us. So this was question one, and if anybody who's going to get it right, we're going to send you a hamper from Source Secrets. So let's see who gets it. And Ritvik, we shall keep you updated about who's the winner. And we will get a few more questions. There are a lot of people who've said, wow, wowsome. Yogesh Park, yes, from brandnewyear.com, he said, wowsome. Mervyn Tixeria, he's a very well known DJ. He also has said, wow. So I think they're all awed by your the magical
It's a
trick that you
pleasure.
did
Thank you so much.
with us.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes. And I have got messages coming in on my WhatsApp, which I can't see right now, but I will definitely let you know what the messages were. Thank you so much, Ritvik, for joining us today. It was great having you. And as we had met 2 years ago for an event, I always say and wish you all the best in your profession, in your professional life, in your personal life, your family, and God bless you. And I wish you all our good wishes that you really, really do amazingly well for yourself. You are already doing, and we wish you much, much, much more success
Thank
in
you so
what you're
much, Ron.
doing. Yeah.
It's a pleasure to be part of your show. I mean, I was
Right.
super excited and I had a super fun time. And to all the people who tuned in, thank you so much for giving us your valuable time, and thank you for tuning in. I hope you all had fun as well, and I'm looking forward to coming over here again, Suhani. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. A lot of people have had a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ritvik. And I- I'd like to thank all our viewers for being there with us. And today, Ritvik is our second guest on this series that we have started. Dr. Suhani ke Sang, Arts and Culture ka Sangam. That's right. So, thank you, all of you all. And before I go, as I always say, stay safe, be positive, and to everyone out there, if something is bothering you, please don't keep it bottled up within you. Do go and talk to someone. Do go and talk to someone who you have trust in, either your friends, your family, inner circle, anyone at all. But by keeping it bottled up inside, it's not going to be good for your health. It's just not going to help. And you never know, the problem that you have may be the problem of somebody else too. And you can help that person out too, just by communicating. So do that. And as I always say, God bless everyone. And bye bye. Thank you once again, Ritu. Bye bye. See
Thank you so
you.
much. Sayonara. See you. Ciao.
And please, please do follow me on all my social media handles. Ciao, bye bye, and follow Ritvik too. Ritvik Upadhyay, the honest magician.